Okay, hopefully we are good now. Um, I entered the studio early and I thought it was going to be fine. And then the camera started blinking, and then StreamYard was like, I don't see itself. And then it said, my laptop said it didn't see the internet. And so, whatever the issue is, still has not been resolved. And I have wound up having to essentially do a quick shutdown, and then reboot my computer. And it sees the internet just fine. So I don't know what's going on with that. I have to figure out what it's doing there. But yeah. Anyway, hello, we're here. Hopefully not too late, but yeah. That is what's going on with my computer. Is it's being rude. Tis being rude. And it most often happens when I am entering StreamYard for whatever reason. So, yeah. I think today being Friday, I am going to be working on a couple of different things. I have been doing okay on sort of like these purpley colors for my writing and reading goals. Been doing good. The only thing I haven't been doing is updating my reading journal. So at some point soon, like really soon, I need to like finish backtracking and putting in April's stuff and go ahead and put in what I've been reading thus far in May. Can you believe it's already May? It's crazy. Yeah. Anyway, hello, Stacy. Welcome. And the poll for today is your character is walking along and a shop catches their eye, some sort of shop, storefront, what have you. So, what kind of a shop is it that catches your character's eye? So, the options I have are some sort of bakery, pastry, food shop type thing, clothing boutique of some variety. Could be hats, could be clothes, could be shoes, just some sort of clothing esque boutique. Magical artifacts shop, which, to be fair, would definitely catch a lot of my character's eyes. And then a cat, dog, or critter cafe of some kind. So that is the poll for today. Let's see what else. Good news is that I got my biopsy pathology that came back clear. So not cancerous, not precancerous, just benign, which is great. So the doctor gave me some choices for moving forward. And I have a year to think about it, essentially, if I want to delay it that long, because the pathology results are good for a year, and then you have to do the biopsies again, type thing. So I'm not intending to put the decision off for that long. I have that long if necessary. But yeah, so great news, fantastic news. So yeah, and then I've started getting my blood work test results back, and things are trending in the correct direction for most of the things. So yay. I think that's I think that's all the medical positive news that I got between yesterday and today. So yeah, so good things. What else? I think that's about all the things I can think of at the moment. I'm sure something has slipped my mind, and I'm like, you intended to tell them about this. Oh, one of the crows. We've been feeding. There's a small flock, a small murder of crows, and that have been hanging around for several years, and we have tossed out like handfuls of unsalted peanuts for them several times, and they enjoy them. So do the squirrels, but you can't avoid that. And so for the first time yesterday, when I sort of like stepped outside with the container and shook it, one of the crows did not really fly off. And so I like held up one so that the crow could see it, and then tossed it sort of off to the side, and sort of instead of at the crow, sort of like off to the side. And the crow was like, ooh, what is this? And so then I like threw a handful, and the crow kind of kept getting closer and closer to them. So, yeah. So the crows are getting maybe more friendly. We shall see. We haven't given them anything shiny. That's the other thing, is like this is all just like peanuts. Peanuts and like crackers and things like that we toss out for them. So yeah. Okay. What else? Yeah. Went to Costco yesterday after the doctor's appointment. Got a big rotisserie chicken. And then I forgot that I had picked that up, and so I made something else for dinner. Yeah. So after dinner, when I was going to put up the leftovers, I opened up the fridge and I was, dag nabbit, I forgot I got the chicken. So tonight we'll have something with chicken, I think. Maybe we'll do chicken and noodles. Ooh, maybe chicken and dumplings. Chicken and dumplings would be yummy. Well, I say chicken and dumplings, but usually we have like chicken and noodles with dumplings tossed in on top. So it's not just dumplings. But yeah, chicken and dumplings would be very yummy. Who said food can't be shinies? I mean, basically they are definitely attractive, sort of like for the critters, but yeah, I don't know. We haven't put anything shiny out to attract them. Because we do have bird houses. Not bird house, bird feeders. There we go. That's the right word. Bird feeders that have like pointed roofs. So the sun does reflect off of them, but they're painted. So they're not like as shiny as they could be, I guess. So, and the crows can't take it away, So yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Other than shiny things and more peanuts and other things, I mean, peanuts and sunflower seeds and that kind of stuff. I'm not sure what else would attract the crows. So we do have like both our house and several of the other houses in the neighborhood have had to clear out some trees that have grown over the last 20, 30, 40 years. And so are more of a danger to the houses and property. So several over the last like 3 or 4 years, several of the houses in the neighborhood have had to take down trees, which then means that it's a bit more wide open for the hawks. So the hawks and the crows are very much fighting for territory at the moment, and have been for a while. So I don't know who will win ultimately, because there are at least 2 different hawk species that I have seen in the neighborhood. And I have not seen like our full crow murder in a while. So yeah, usually the ones who come to snack are just like in like a pair or 3 instead of the full flock, which I know is up to at least 6 at the moment. So either way, it's good. Okay, so I do need to do a little bit of work in the bullet journal, because I was busy yesterday and didn't check in with it. So I need to do a little bit of work there. And then making a list of the electronic titles that I've been reading. Again, that may just be put off till later because I just keep putting it off. I'm going to be honest. I just keep putting it off. And this is why I kept saying that I needed to find some other way to do the reading journal, besides this. Because this is just like, I don't necessarily want to go in if I don't have all the information. But with online stuff, it's a lot harder to figure out like how many pages you've read, because it depends on the font size. And things like that. So I don't know. Anyway, I feel like I don't have much. I feel like I'm just filling up space because I don't really know what to say this afternoon, I guess, is what I'm saying. So I guess I should just do the cats, do the card, and let us get to whatever work we are doing. I might, in fact, today just might be a free-for-all in terms of like, I'm going to work in my bullet journal, going to try and work in my reading journal, may wind up crocheting or sketching. I don't know. Today is a chaos Friday, I guess. Is anybody else feeling chaotically Friday? I don't know. Okay. Kitties. Thursday. Thursday, we have a kitty who is under a blanket. Sometimes a change of perspective is just what you need. So this is basically the Hanged Man tarot card, just a cat under a blanket, upside down instead of right side up. And we continue with that upside down perspective with today's kitty wisdom. All anyone wants in life is to be heard and scratched. Yes, must give scritches and pets. So those are the cats for today. And then we need some cards. Card. Starfish, number 59. That came out very Southern sounding. Sometimes there are just words that I say that occasionally I'm like, ooh, that had a real thick accent. I don't mind it most days, but some days I'm like, shouldn't necessarily be that thick. Okay, so 59. Starfish spirit, open to infinite possibility. Stretched out on the beach, the starfish opens fully to the rays of the sun, to the power of potential. As you look out towards the horizon, do you open up to infinite possibilities? The spirit is the source of opportunities beyond your wildest imagination and ensures endless possibilities are available. At this time, the starfish urges you to stretch past the limits of your everyday perception and your comfort zone to dream of bigger things and imagine with an even greater hope and faith, for miraculous potential is shining down on you. Feel it, bask in it, and open yourself to be filled with inspiration. This is a very fortunate sign that the starfish spirit has come to remind you of your infinite potential. I like that. Very nice. So that is our card for today. I am going to open up a document just in case I do decide to get to drafting. So on the chaos docket, I have a feeling that drafting will be a little lower than I would like it to be. But today I feel like definitely is one of those chaotic days where I'm just going to be bouncing from one thing to the other, because Yeah, just because it's been a weird week, feels like. Also, I did have my first matcha latte in like quite a number of months, probably since the end of the summer last year. So that could be affecting maybe slightly. Um, yeah. So that probably has a lot to do with it actually. But yeah, so Chaos Friday, here we are. So let me know what it is that you intend to work on or think you might bounce between. Um, so yeah, let me know what your chaos is going to look like today. And we need to pull up the timer. Okay. And so we're going to do the rubber ducky timer first. And I am very much on the dawdling devil side of things today because it is a chaotic Friday. All right, here we go. First sprint. 1, save your document if you're working in a document. 2 is make sure you do have something to hydrate with. So cheers. 3, straighten your spine or roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4 is if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. I did get some things done. I need to put this back into my journal. But for now, I did update a few things. I did went ahead and wrote sort of like a reflection out because this week had a lot of things that I need to sort of journal my thoughts on. So I have like a little condensed journal space there for some important things. So I've got that. And then I added to my jar of stars, which is looking very sparkly now. I love it. So yeah, so did that. And then I am now in a document that I need to edit and update. So but it's kind of like a little fiddly thing. So I will be here for, I think, the second sprint. Hopefully it won't take me the entirety of the second sprint, but it might. It might. So yeah, so that's where we are. In fact, I probably ought to undo that. Yeah. So that's where we are in terms of the chaos that I got done, which is I ignored my reading journal. I did some work in the regular journal. In the regular planner, Bujo, whatever you want to call it. And now I am into a fiddly editing document that hopefully will take less than one sprint. Because it's a short document, but it's fiddly, as I said. So, I do have my hydration. Yay. I also have a can of ginger ale. I went with the Canada Dry because it was on sale at the moment at that time. I think I wanted Seagram's. Seagram's is like a little spicier, a little more ginger. But the Canada Dry is not bad. So, but yeah. So if you have a favorite ginger ale, if you like ginger ale, is there a particular brand that you like? We like the I like Canada Dry okay. Then I feel like Schweppes is a little spicier, but still on the very sweet side of things. And then Seagram's is sort of like the spiciest of the ginger ales and doesn't taste like as sweet, if that makes sense. But again, it was on sale. So, and I have not had, I don't typically buy the cans of soda and stuff, especially if I'm trying to be good, but it was on sale. So I did get that. Also got a root beer because it was on sale. But yeah, so currently have the Canada Dry as my reward for being Friday, I guess. But yeah. Oh, I should have had that for lunch. Oh well, I'll have it either tonight or tomorrow. I did go to Costco yesterday, as I mentioned earlier. Got the big old chicken. But I also got their California roll sushi. It has essentially like two 10-piece things in one. And it's got the like crispy onions and stuff and the pickled ginger to go with it, which is great. But they only put the like spicy mayo and teriyaki sauce on one half of the sushi rolls. Don't know why. I guess in case some people don't want it or can't eat it. I don't know. Stace says, I love the Canada Dry ginger ale. Yes. It's very tasty. And then during the holiday season, you can occasionally get like a cranberry or a raspberry flavored ginger ale, which is the Schweppes has a raspberry, and I think the Canada Dry one is a cranberry. I could be wrong about that. But it's harder to find the Schweppes where I am. In fact, I haven't seen the raspberry Schweppes in probably a couple of years. Wonder if I can order it online. But I know it is a seasonal thing. So SCHWEPP Schweppes. It's got an ES on the end. Schweppes raspberry ginger ale. There we go. Yes, yeah. Is raspberry for Schweppes. Can we get it? Ooh, we can get it in a can from Amazon. But it's only, there's only one stock left. And it's $20 for 12. Yeah, no, I'll just wait until it's back in season. And see what's what. The 2-liter. Oh, those are 20-ounce ones. Okay, that's weird. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, it is a seasonal thing. So it would make sense that the prices are sky high and there's not that many at the moment. But I do like the raspberry one. I've tried the cranberry or whichever the pink ginger ale is for Canada Dry. I don't like it as much. But it is better than the 7-Up version. Like the 7-Up version of ginger ale stuff, I don't care for. It's 7-Up is its own thing. So it just, for them to be calling it ginger ale is just like, I don't think so. So, yeah. Alrighty. I'm going to stop yapping about ginger ale and give us another sprint. So I got a little bit done. So it wasn't a complete dawdle 30 minutes, but it was definitely less inspiring than some of the sprints I've had. So, but that's okay. We sometimes have those days. And apparently today is one of those days for me. Okay, so if you have anything self-promo wise that you want to do during this sprint, please feel free to do so. And don't forget to save your document. That's number 1. Number 2 is make sure you're hydrating. Cheers. Three, straighten your spine or roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4 is make sure if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 30 minutes of flowers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. I'm still doing some of the fiddly bits, but I think I am at least most of the way done with um, most of the way done with fiddly bits. So yeah, hopefully it'll all be good once I'm done. But it definitely it's taking me longer than I thought. I thought it was only going to take me one sprint, but I think it's going to take me this sprint plus maybe like 10 minutes more. Hopefully only 5, but somewhere between the 5 and 10 minutes of the next additional sprint will be needed for this fiddly bits. So yeah, so that's where we are in terms of editing. So I've had one sprint in my journal, one sprint thus far in the editing. That's how it's going. How about y'all? Did you get a little bit more done? Did you work on anything fun? Kat is here. Hello, welcome. If you have not seen Kat's shorts lately, Kat has made a very beautiful cardigan for the mom for the Mother's Day. It looks beautiful. Looks beautiful and comfy. So hopefully she will enjoy it. But yeah, so that's where that is. We are doing good though. Doing good. All right. Let's just go ahead and do the third sprint. I will probably need a stand up and stretch break at some point during this sprint. In fact, I may do it at the beginning of the sprint. That way I can feel more comfortable for the rest of the 30 minutes. All right, so 1, save your document. 2, make sure you take a sip of whatever it is you're hydrating with. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back, flat posture, check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4 is if you need a break, take a break. Here we go, 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. I did get the document edited, at least to my satisfaction, currently anyway. And now I am closing up the hole in this beanie, and hoping that I can get the hole actually like fully closed. I've not really figured out how to do pom-poms yet. So I'm still working on finding a way to close these beanies in a way that I like, because I've now done like the full, just like cinch it tight and then like just sew the edges together. And that creates sort of like a weird gathering point. And then there are, like, I've done the decreases around instead of doing the full cinch. And that makes like a really flat spot on the top of the head, which is kind of odd. And so now I'm trying to just like continue around this hole and tighten it further and further as the hole gets tighter. But it's like I don't want to pull too tight or too harsh, because it's just yarn. It will break. So I may have to just do like a couple of over stitches, just kind of. And I think that's where I'm sort of at in this process. Just making sure that I get that done. So maybe do it in like a star pattern rather than, come on. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing at the moment. So I have worked in one of my journals. I have done some editing, and now I am fixing the top of the hat together. Because again, my large heads run in my family. And so there's a lot of excess fabric to be gathered, where most people wouldn't necessarily have this much fabric, because again, we have large heads. But what are you going to do? So now I think it's ready to pull down into the inside and then tie to the original string, and then figure out weaving in that end. Carmen's going to be home really early today. Ooh. Did they decide to drop her off first instead of a regular route? So here's my beanie. Yay. It might actually fit my dad's head. And there's room to like pull this down if we don't want quite so large of a brim. But yeah, so there's this style beanie with just the slip stitches at the top, and then the essentially like just continually cinching it until I have to do a little star at the top. So there was a couple of like factory bits of like random colors. And then there was one factory knot that I couldn't tie. There's another like random color, which I think I'll just, that way it won't be so obnoxious. But yes, there's one factory knot that I couldn't get to. Like, I probably should have just like snipped it and retied it, but I didn't. Yeah, so it's on the inside. And it's hard to see on camera, so that's good. So that if this gets turned inside out, it maybe won't matter that much. Like he says, nice, looks comfy. It is very soft. It's the Premier Puzzle yarn. So, and I have this much of a skein left. So, all rolled up. But all rolled up doesn't really tell you how much of a skein is left, does it? I guess I could weigh this and then tell you how many grams are left or ounces are left or whatever. But yeah. So that was my doctor's office craft. And I basically finished it yesterday. And so now I need to start a new one. But I didn't take any scissors or a yarn needle with me. I just took the hook and my tension ring and some stitch markers. So yeah, so I got a little bit done today. Very sort of like bouncy around, chaotic, not any one length of focus. But hey, I got some stuff accomplished, and it has been sort of a wild week in terms of anticipating yesterday's medical news. But hey, no cancer. Yay! That's the best news I could get, which was no cancer, no pre-cancer. It's all good. So yeah. Andy is swinging by to say hi. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And you like the variations of green? Yes, me too. That's why I liked it. I was like, this will work. They had some really nice other color combos and some bolder color combos as well. So if you like this sort of speckled look that it gives it, because it's essentially two pieces of it's different plies, and the plies are different colors, and then they change gradually. So yes, it is great news. So it's good. It's exciting. So no cancer is a great thing. Exactly. So it's very much a relief as of that. But I sort of have to figure out it. And at least at this point, the doctor has a better idea of treatment routes. And so he has given me a couple of options to think about. So that's what I'm in the process of doing. So, but no cancer. Yay! Which is exciting. So, all right, y'all. I'm going to end it here because obviously I'm not focusing very much. But also it's past 3 o'clock. So I hope you enjoy your Friday afternoon. I hope you have a lovely weekend. It's Mother's Day weekend, so make sure that you celebrate the mothers in your life and do a celebratory dance and enjoy the weekend. Exactly. Yes. So enjoy the weekend festivities. It's also like graduation weekend here in Athens, so I will not be leaving the house unless at all necessary. So yeah, but I will see y'all soon, hopefully on Monday, and we will get back to focusing then. All right, bye.